And welcome to a lesson on safety, specifically eye safety and the wearing of safety goggles in our workshop at John Abbott College. Today you will not only learn the importance of wearing safety goggles in our workshop, but what kind of safety goggles you should be wearing for optimal protection, as there are many fakes out there on the market. The first excuse people make is that they believe their own glasses are sufficient for protection in the workshop, but that is most definitely not the case.
For our experiment, we used a very advanced setup that involved hitting the safety goggles using a system that accelerated a 0.06 gram mass to 150 meters per second to test the impact strength of the goggles. For our setup, the glasses were being hit by 5 joules of kinetic energy from the mass, although for the testing of ANSI Z87 goggles, the most common on the market, the energy that they are hit with is around 100 joules, 20 times more than in our experiment. The heads we used in our setup also had to be made to show the impact of the projectile. We filled ping pong balls with a red liquid in order to simulate the effects a projectile would have on a regular human eyeball. To demonstrate, we've put a pair of super cool sunglasses on our pal Michael here. He believes that they will protect him from whatever may come at him in the workshop. Let's put that to the test. Michael makes a good choice and decides to try again, buying a new pair of safety goggles. He believes these ones are real because the packaging said they were and that they would do the job he needs them to do.
Bad safety goggles. Not even once.
Don't be like Michael. Cheap goggles like those aren't certified to withstand impacts from projectiles at that speed. This is also the case for any other kind of eyewear that isn't safety certified.
When choosing safety goggles, make sure they have the proper rating for our use. A very common one is the ANSI Z87, as they can stop a 6.4 millimeter steel ball coming at you at 18 meters per second. When choosing safety goggles, make sure to choose the right ones for our workshop. We need protectors on the sides to protect us from particles that be coming from adjacent machinery. Mind that if you are wearing safety goggles, you still have to maintain safety practices. Just because you have the goggles on doesn't mean you're protected from every dangerous situation in the workshop. Please stay safe.
We're going to let Michael try one more time. He now has goggles with a CSA Z94.3 rating, a pair that is of a comparable standard to the ANSI Z87 goggles that were mentioned before. As you can see, the goggles did a much better job protecting him this time than the others. Although the head did sustain some impact, a broken nose is much easier to deal with than losing an eye. Although the goggles do protect our eyes from particles and impacts, they can also help us at the paint stations. Oftentimes, cans can spray the wrong direction or even malfunction if the person using it is not paying attention. The paint can then end up in the eyes of the surrounding persons and can potentially blind them. In the end, eye injuries are about more than waiting in the hospital for a couple hours and taking a few days off of school. Eye injuries take away from our ability to experience all the beauty that is around us, a beauty that we often take for granted every day. It's about losing the ability to experience the parts of our lives that made every day worthwhile. So next time you don't want to wear goggles, keep that in mind. Thank you all very much for your attention, and please, stay safe out there.